it's not probably. Jalen Hurts is the Heisman front runner right now. I like Les Miles. I like what he's done at Kansas. He's not made them relevant just yet. I mean, the next couple of years, I don't know if they'll still ever be relevant. But at least people are talking about Kansas football now because they've actually got a couple wins this year. So, but this ain't going to be one of those days where they get a win. Another dominating performance by Oklahoma, and they look a lot like Ohio State, honestly. And I was telling some people what would be fun is an Ohio State-Oklahoma national championship game this year because they look really similar. Ohio State, though, has a big edge in the defensive department, though, because I still think Oklahoma has a lot of question marks on defense. Ohio State just ain't giving up the points on defense like Oklahoma is. But offensively, they look really similar, fast, physical. That would be a fun national championship game.
Well, yeah, that would be a real fun. Let's talk real quickly about really what I would consider one of the games of the week, and that's Auburn, number 7, Auburn, and number 10, Florida. Florida's been a very good team this year, very hard to beat. They should be ranked higher than number 10, and Auburn should be ranked lower than number 7. This should be a good matchup this afternoon. They've got the 3:30 kickoff on CBS.
Yeah, I think it's going to be another Auburn win, actually. Florida's got a new quarterback. They look a little better with the new quarterback, but still breaking him in and going against a defense like Auburn. I think it's why Auburn has the edge here. Auburn has the best resume in my mind this year as far as wins go. They're undefeated. You know, they won on the road, not on the road, neutral site, I mean, against a ranked Oregon team. They won at Texas A&M when Texas A&M was ranked. That's the two best wins, I think, in college football so far. And now if they win tonight, it's going to be a top 10 win. So that's the best resume, I don't know by far, but so far in college football. I like Auburn. This year. Later in the season, they get to play Bama and, you know, of course, the Outer Bowl. I don't know if they'll play Georgia or not. They play the elite SEC teams. I don't know how it's going to go, but right now, Auburn has the best resume in college football.
Well, let's real quickly wrap this up and put a bow on it. Go ahead and give us your final thoughts for Week 6, College Football Top 25, Rick Riggin.
Yeah, I'll just continue on. I think come tomorrow and Monday when the rankings come out and all that, I think we'll still be talking about Auburn, how good they actually are. We probably won't see any change in the top 5. So even though Auburn beats Florida today, they still might not move up unless we want to keep bumping Clemson down, because I think he might top 5 or top 6 can beat Clemson. Probably Notre Dame this year even too can beat Clemson. I mean, I'll just go ahead and say that, and you can send me some trash on Twitter or whatever, which is the garbage place, the garbage can of all social media, by the way. But I just don't think Clemson. They still might be a top 10 team.
Are you digressing? Are you digressing from Twitter now? Are you, sir?
Oh no, not at all. I mean, that's. but it really is
trash.
Yeah, it really is a garbage can of all social media.
It is. I agree with you. Totally. But we got to have it, man. We got to have it. Where would we be without social media these days? Hey, we got to get into. Are you going to stick around for the next half hour? Or you got to roll? I
got to roll, sir.
So we got the MLB. Your Braves against my Cardinals. Do we want to put a friendly wager on it?
Yeah, we can. What are you thinking?
All right, what is it? Let's let it happen. Let's let the world know. What's the friendly wager?
I don't know. Let me text you something a little bit later on. We'll put something on it. Put some adult beverages or something on it. You know, we need to get it together one night and go hang out again somewhere. We really need to go.
We do. Remember, we do, and we need to. But every time we hang out, it's like, man.
Well, it's like the next day is like the episode, like an episode of The Walking Dead, you know. But
that's true. Very true. All right, buddy. Let me know what you think about the joke, and we'll be right on the other side. Is Mo from the BS Sports Show, Ed Kratz, beat writer for the Philadelphia Eagles, SI.com. Both of them standing by in the Balance Green Room. We're going to be talking some NFL and, of course, MLB playoffs. We'll see what happens, and have yourself a good college football weekend, sir.
Yes, sir. Always fun, Tom. Thanks for having me on.
All right, buddy. We'll talk with you soon. Rick!
I'm the ghost.
Whoa. Wrong button. Rick Riggin, our official college football contributor. Maybe my ear is still having issues from me almost cutting it off. But man, that conversation took a turn. Let's try this again. My name's Tom Michael LaSalle, Presidente, 917-889-8516. We'll be right back right after this.
Wait a minute, take a step back. You gotta think twice before you react. So stay a little while, cause the power not cast is the road to exile. Hey, what's the circumstance?
The Air National Guard is a reserve component of the United States Air Force and serves alongside active duty Air Force members in times of a national crisis. In addition, the Air Guard serves the state and local community in a wide range of capacities. The reason people join the Air Guard is as diverse as our members and includes such reasons as a deep desire to serve their country, money for college, travel, new job skills, and the pride that goes along with belonging to the greatest military organization in the world. I joined because I felt a calling to serve my country, but I didn't want to be far away from my family, so the Indiana Air National Guard was a perfect fit for me. With over 95 different career opportunities to choose from and 100% paid college tuition to any state-funded college, why not give us a call? Call 1-800-841-3103 or visit online at goang.com to find out more. Again, that's 1-800-841-3103. The Air National Guard, guarding America, defending freedom.
It's double trouble, double the fun at African Safari Wildlife Park in Port Clinton, Ohio. See the largest antelope on Earth, the giant eland, and the ugliest creature on Earth, the African warthog. There's so much to see and do, including the Midwest's only drive-through safari. Feed the animals, see live educational shows, feel the excitement, have your picture taken with a python or cockatoo, feel the adventure. Shop the Symbol Lodge gift shop with items available from around the globe. Visit the snack bar or picnic facilities. Enjoy a pony or camel ride. Or cheer your favorite porker on to victory in the famous Pork Chop Down. Bring your family to see the rare and exotic animals at African Safari Wildlife Park in Port Clinton, Ohio. Just take Route 2 to the Route 53 North exit and follow the sign. Only 17 miles west of Cedar Point via Route 6. Open every day, rain or shine.
When you don't go to Geico.com, car insurance can be confusing. Like Swedish techno confusing.
Bark, bark, meow, meow. Dance with me, purple cow. Bark, bark, meow, meow. Ooh, you lovely cow.
Geico makes it easy. With 24/7 access, all you have to do is go to Geico.com and you could save money on car insurance. It just makes sense. Unlike, you know.
Dance with me, purple cow. I like your moves.
When you don't go to Geico.com, car insurance can be hard. Like early 90s heavy metal hard.
I'm yelling and screaming and I'm loud. Roar.
Geico makes it easy. You can review and update your policy or report a claim on Geico.com or the Geico mobile app. Because shouldn't we all have a little less stress in our lives?
I'm not even upset about anything.
All right, welcome back to The Balance. My name is Tom Michael LaSalle, Presidente. We are rolling into the last half hour. We saved the best for last of the Balance. Thank you to Steve Wilson for joining us, even though he was a little bit underneath the weather. Matthew Embury got ate by alligators, and so did Tony Donahue of the Tony D podcast, and we wish him the best of luck, and hopefully they recover from getting ate by alligators. Rick Riggin, our official college football contributor, talking Notre Dame with us. We talked a little bit of ear shaving, manscaping, the Joker. We talked about it all. But joining us now to help us bring us all back into speed, Ed Kratz, beat writer for the Philadelphia Eagles and SI.com, and Mo from the BS Sports Show. How are you doing, Ed?
Hey, I'm doing great, Tom. Sounds like maybe better than you and your ear.
I tell you what, I don't know if you heard the last segment, but there's a whole story behind that. Mo, are you with us there, buddy?
I am here.
And a visual you do not want. So just to recap for those that might just be joining us or didn't know. So I'm not going to use the name of the razor because Clay Travis endorses it and he gets paid for it and it's all that. But I bought the razor that everybody knows I'm a big Clay Travis head. So I bought this. It is really a nice razor. I mean, it is the top-notch razor. And I got it, nice box. All the packaging's really nice. And I thought, man, I'm going to use this razor. And it does make your face smooth as a baby butt. And I know both of you guys want to feel my face. But I'm in the shower yesterday morning. I'm shaving, and I see this blood. So I'm going to be 51 in just a few weeks in October 23rd, which is why October is the best month of the year. That and it's the playoffs and everything else. But I'm like, where's all this blood coming from? So when I got out of the shower, I realized my ear is bleeding profusely. So I had to put pressure on it, got the bleeding stopped, went about my day, was at the office in my morning meeting, and I start seeing blood drip down on the table there, desk. I'm like, what the heck? And my buddy Rick goes, your ear. And I'm like, so I had to go get this mammoth Band-Aid. Well, not mammoth, but it was a pretty good sized Band-Aid. It's all healed now. But if you'd listened to Clay Travis yesterday, he was talking about this razor and how he messed up his mustache. Now he's got a Hitler mustache, and he has to go on television, so he has to start it all over. He had to shave his entire face. So you guys are better knowledge now. So Rick was like, well, at least you weren't manscaping. So that took us into a whole different direction. So I'm counting on you guys to reel the ship back in. Real quickly, because it is MLB time, my Cardinals are tied up with Rick's Atlanta Braves. You heard we're going to have a little wager going on that. We'll start with you, Mo. What are we looking at with the MLB? Of course, the Yanks and the Twins. You got the Astros and the Stingrays, the Dodgers, and the Nationals, and of course my Cardinals and the Braves. Go ahead, Mo. What are your thoughts?
Well, I have nicked my sack on occasion while manscaping, just like the Braves did themselves in Game 1. I think the Braves and the Cardinals are probably the best matchup that we have, the most evenly matched two teams. It was interesting to see Max Scherzer appear in relief last night when he's supposed to start Game 3. And it looks like we're going to have a monumental matchup in the Yankees and the Astros, which is what I'm hoping to see. That'll be kind of my World Series, watching the Astros and Yankees go head-to-head.
I tell you what, I think everybody in the national media is talking about that very same thing. As much as I'd love to see my Cardinals in another World Series, I think you're on to something there. Ed Kratz, guys, I think I'm going to change the name of the show to Manscaping today after the show. But Ed Kratz, I know you cover a little bit of the Phillies, and you're a National League guy as well. But as we look at this October picture coming together, what are your thoughts on MLB? We'll get into this NFL talk here in just a moment.
I'm certainly not going to reveal any of my near misses in manscaping. But
all right, we've all been there.
Yes, we have. But Mo's right. You're right. Everybody's looking forward to a possible Yankees, Astros, ALCS. But I think the NL is kind of wide open, and I thought the Dodgers might be the best team, but that was a nice win by the Nationals last night. They've got some momentum with having won their first ever playoff game since they were the Senators way back when in the 50s, and they did that, of course, against the Brewers, having to come back to win that game. So, and then to go out to LA and win, Game 1 the Nationals could make some noise here. So they're kind of a team I'll be keeping an eye on as we go on. And that playoff series with the Cardinals and Braves, that looks like that could be headed 7 games. And we'll see how the pitching holds up there, and then how that pitching lines up in the next series with whoever wins. So, just some things to keep an eye out there in the National League.
Well, it won't go 7 games because it's best of 5 in this series.